How's it going, guys? Today we're going to be going over a problem called Plus One. Plus One is a LeetCode interview question commonly asked by Google, Microsoft, and eBay. The problem description says, given a non-empty array of digits representing a non-negative integer plus 1 to the integer. The digits are stored such that the most significant digits at the head of the list and each element in the array contain the single digit. You may assume that the integer does not contain any leading zeros except for the number 0 itself. So if we're given as an array the number 123, we want to basically just add 1 to this number and return the corresponding array that represents that. So if we're given something like 4,321, we add 1 to it, now it becomes 4,322. So this problem is pretty straightforward, right? We have to notice a couple things. One being that we have to iterate through this array backwards. And then the other thing is we have to kind of identify edge cases. So the edge cases are really a number like 9, where in Java, right, you have to resize the array, or a number like 99, or a number like 999, so on and so forth. So to realize what we have to do, we just have to think about like each case, right? So the only case that's somewhat interesting is if the last digit or the digit that we're currently on is a 9. And if that's the case, all we have to do is set that index to 0 and then continue on our way. Otherwise, if that's not the case, right, so if any digit that we're on, like let's say we're going backwards through the number like we need to, and we're looking at the least significant digits, that would be something like this, right? 123, we're looking at the 3. This isn't a 9, right? So all we simply have to do is increment this value at this index in the array and then return the array. So those are the two cases. So if it's not a 9, we'll just if it's not a 9, we'll just increment the number at that index, return the array. If it is a 9, we set that number to a 0 and then continue and try and increment the next thing. So that would be in the case where like this is 129. So if this was 129, we would set this value, the 9, to 0, and then we'd continue and try and set this 2 to a 3. So let's start coding that kind of logic. So we said we'll have a for loop that goes through the digits that goes backwards. So for int I equals digits.length minus 1, so it's pointing at the last index, while I is greater than or equal to 0, in case we have to change the first value in the array, I minus minus, and now we take care of the two cases, right? So if digits of I, so if the number we're at is less than 9, we said easy, right? We just increment that thing. So we say digits I plus plus, and then return digits. However, if that's not the case, right? So if we don't return, that means that we're at a number that is a 9. So if we are at a 9, we just want to set that thing to a 0. And this will just continue setting things to zeros while we're seeing 9s, and eventually, hopefully, we'll return. But if we don't return, that means that we've seen a number like 999 or 99 or the number 9, right? Where all the numbers in digits are just 9s. So if that's the case, our loop will break and we'll have basically set digits to all zeros. So in other words, like we need to resize the array, right? So if we have a number like 99, we need to return 100, which includes an extra digit, right? Because now it's 3 digits instead of a 2-digit number. So if we get here, all we have to do is make a return value, we'll call it result, and this will be a new integer array that's digits.length plus 1, right? Because 99 now needs a new hundredths place digit, so it becomes 100. And this actually sets all the numbers in the array to 0 by default. So all we have to do is change the first thing to a 1 and then return our result. So let's see if this works. Awesome, it does. So let's check out the details. And it tells us we passed 109 out of 109 test cases and that we're in the 100th percentile in terms of runtime. So this is how to solve the LeetCode interview question plus 1 in Java. I hope this is helpful for you guys. If it was, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. I try and release a video every day so that you guys see a new interview question every day. Be sure to leave a like so I know that it helped. And good luck on all your interviews, and I'll see you guys next time.